My name is Devin Tsegaye Versteegen. I am owner of Tsegaye Motorsports. I'm a former free agent punter, former college football player, former soccer player, former content creator on this YouTube channel. And now we're switching gears to race cars. This has been a long time coming. I've been eager to get back in a seat, if you will. When I was 11 years old, my parents put me in like a junior karting league thing when I lived in Chicago. That lasted all of a summer. I was pretty heavy on playing soccer when I was growing up. Racing was kind of planted there, but it never took over. Once I got my first car, that's where I kind of started getting into the car content and the car scene. Not quite racing, I just started having a love for cars, and then I introduced football to my athletic resume, if you will. I started playing varsity football pretty early on in my high school career, I think my sophomore year, and kind of set records there. Got immediately just dove in, addicted to the sport. Next thing you know, I'm playing in college. I was playing at Shaw University in Raleigh, North Carolina, and again, saw success with setting records and stuff, but at one point I did tear like five muscles off of my hip, or off of both of my hips, but predominantly my left hip, and it kind of forced me to pull back from the stick and ball sports, the field-driven sports, and kind of look at what else there is to offer outside of just football. Because again, at that point, they were telling me, you're not going to play football again, you may not play football, you may not even run again, so prepare for that. So mentally, I was like, oh great. So I started, I guess, searching around, and at the time, I was dead set, I'm playing football again, I'm running again, you can't tell me that. But in the meantime, so I don't ruin those chances, I won't run, I'll make sure I PT properly. And there was a good 4-month dead period where I couldn't do anything. So I started exploring around. I saw there was a local race car track, Wake County Speedway. I went down, I shot for free, I got pit passes, got to see these cars go in circles for a whole night. And then later that summer, I ended up in Ohio shooting the ARA, the American Rally Association's Southern Ohio Forest Rally event. Coming back to college, I played football again, had some hiccups there. Was still adjusting to the new hip. Let's just say I graduated early. I hit the transfer portal with 1 year, was hoping for 2 years of eligibility, only got 1. And out of all the schools that hit me up, I had a lot of offers. Winston-Salem State stuck out. They've got a motorsport management program, it's a Bachelor of Science. And basically the whole program is learning not only how to run a race team, how to run the different aspects that go into running, like per se a cup team or a rally team, or you name it. And I was just like, that's it, I'm going there. Come to find out, I didn't know it at the time, but Bowman Gray Stadium is a huge racing venue. I grew up in rallycross and stage rally, so I never knew much about NASCAR, but I played in Bowman Gray. I set a record on that field, had no clue that it was a racetrack, but come to find out, it is a racetrack. That program just made me fall in love even more. I mean, between the business side and seeing the racing up close, it kind of just made me fiend to get in the seat again, or I say again, get in the seat, period. What made me pick a Legends car? I don't know, I guess how universal you can make them. I mean, in a Legends car, you've got road course, you've got dirt oval, and you've got asphalt oval. In iRacing, it was a pretty universal car. It put me in different places. Like I could go, the Southern National, or I can go up to like Lime Rock Park or run the Charlotte Oval and run all these cool tracks and get the experience, at least in the sim, of running not only road course, but also oval and dirt oval in the same car, and really learn the different disciplines without changing too much and learning different cars. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the car in the sim is hard to drive. I haven't driven it in person yet in a competition, so I wouldn't know. That's what this, I guess, series is for, but this one popped up and I was like, that'd be so nice. But I didn't have the money at the time, so I started saving, I started working a little bit more, doing anything I can to kind of get some extra money in my pocket. I started praying on it heavy. I would go to Mass, or before Mass, I would go in, I'd pray. I felt selfish praying for something tangible. I tried it, my whole theology and within myself, but also like I'm Catholic, so I've got the Catholic theology that I follow heavily, but personally I don't like petitioning for physical things that won't follow me when I pass. So I just kept praying on discernment. I was just asking for the gift of discernment to know if I should pull the trigger or not. And then just one day, I was like, you know what? Honestly, I should just do it. I appreciate, everybody that's helped me kind of give me the ability or the tools, insight to discern if this was, the right decision, but also help make it happen. And obviously everything goes to the Lord at the end of the day. But I've got my eyes on doing a hill climb event or two, and asphalt oval for seat time. Where I want it to progress, I don't know. I'd love to do some road course stuff. If the Charlotte Roval opened up again for a Legends race, I think I'd be one of the first ones down there. But I'd like to kind of just try all the disciplines. If Dirt Oval opens up and I can find something and get competitive in there, and maybe this car is the one that's competitive there, or maybe it's something else. I mean, I would love to try everything. I kind of call it the Ken Block or the Kyle Larson, Ken Block, Kyle Larson philosophy, where it's just seat time anywhere is good seat time. And especially when you diversify how many different disciplines you're racing in between dirt, asphalt, road course, oval. I mean, you name it, it can only make you that much better of a driver. And especially with how hard people say these Legends cars are to drive, I hope that I can progress to be a pretty good driver in whatever I get put in. Follow along for the series. I'm going to try and expose the nitty-gritty of all things racing in my journey specifically. Like I said, we're starting with that back there, and we're going to see what we can get going with it. I'm hoping I can learn a decent amount and put that knowledge out there. I don't know too much about these cars specifically. Whether you're a new Legends driver, you're somebody who's watched my content in the past, you're somebody who's interested in seeing the transition from hanging up the football helmet to the racing helmet. I hope I make it interesting. I hope I make it look pretty cool. But I hope you learn something too. So pray for me in this journey, and that I can not only help educate the others out there, but inspire the others out there. And until next time, I'll see you all in the next one.